G'day guys, welcome back. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for being here to watch my content. As always, my pleasure and privilege to talk to you about the greatest sport in the world, rugby. Yes. So, you know, All Blacks has just beaten Namibia 71 points to 3. And this, despite the score, this was an absolute disaster for the All Blacks. This was probably the worst thing that could happen to the All Blacks going into this game, and it happened. Ethan de Groot gets a red card in the dying minutes of the match for a high shot shoulder charge on a Namibia player. And this card was very similar to the yellow card that was given yesterday to Taufif Inua, to the French lock. So, yeah, I thought, I talked about the yellow card yesterday. I thought it should have been red. But the referee said that was mitigating factor, that the player was involved in a tackle and that was dropping height, and mitigated the red card down to a yellow. So today, I want to take an opportunity to look at the two tackles and see whether or not the referee are consistent with their decision making. So this is the tackle from yesterday. I took some screen grabs, and Taufif Inua, obviously the player is involved in a tackle with Sekulu, and he is indeed dropping height, but he might argue that he really didn't drop that much height. Taufif Inua winning with the shoulder straight to the head. He did try to make a wrap here with his right hand, so I think that's okay. It's not completely a shoulder charge, but it is definitely shoulder to the head with force. The one thing that I think the mitigating factor could have come in is that Taufif Inua is dropping his body height. He's bent over. He's lowering his body height, and then considering that the ball carrier, if he hadn't been involved in a tackle and with this little dip in his body height, Taufif Inua may not have hit him in the head. That's the argument the referee was considering. Well, that's not what the referee said, but the referee said that there was dropping body height in the ball carrier. So that would be the line of logic that the referee looked at this incident and issued this a downgrade from a red to a yellow. Ethan de Groot, I thought a similar argument could be made here. Now, the player is also involved in a tackle, and the ball carrier is ducking into the tackle himself, literally leading in with his head, resulting in the shoulder hit to the head. The Ethan de Groot is making an attempt to wrap with his right hand, so that is okay. So it is a legitimate tackle. So the question is whether or not Ethan de Groot, the bend of his knee here, is going to be sufficient enough to be considered that he had dropped his body height to make the tackle, which Taufif Inua clearly was dropping his body height to make a proper tackle. It's whether or not what Ethan de Groot is doing here consists of a legitimate lowering of his tackle technique to make the tackle. So very hard to decide. And I think that if the World Rugby wants to be consistent, there is definitely mitigating factor that can be considered here with the player being involved in the tackle and ducking into Ethan de Groot. But obviously the big difference is Ethan de Groot's body height is not really in favor of his decision. So yeah, if Ethan de Groot gets banned for a minimum, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks maybe, and then gets a tackling school, drops down to 3 weeks, he's going to be missing out all the way till the semifinals. And that is literally the worst thing that can happen to the All Blacks. The All Blacks have, the one position the All Blacks is lacking is in the front rowers. Ethan de Groot and Tyrell Lomax were the premier starting front rowers, starting tight head and loose head props. Tyrell Lomax obviously had a cut on his leg and hasn't been able to play since the cut. And then Ethan de Groot, with this suspension that's potentially going to come up, means that the All Blacks are going to have to start with Tuanga Fasi and Nipola Lala, and then finish off the game with two rookies to come off the bench with Fletcher Newell. And Fletcher Newell wouldn't really call him a rookie anymore, but very new. Fletcher Newell and definitely the rookie Tamati Williams coming off the bench. Both, Tamati Williams has been shown a lot of weaknesses against international test teams, even against the Wallabies, shows some weaknesses. So this is literally the one position the All Blacks cannot afford to lose anybody. And the worst happened. So this is an absolute disaster for the All Blacks. And yeah, Fodzu will have to have a look at this video and really argue that the Guru has made an attempt to drop his body height, potentially getting him off the hook. But yeah, this is going to be a difficult job. They're going to need a very good lawyer for this. So yeah, 71 points to 3. 11 tries to the All Blacks. This was a bit of rain as well, affecting the performances for both teams a little bit. The All Blacks, I thought was really, I was actually very surprised before the game even started. The All Blacks opted to perform Kang Pao Pango, the special exclusive All Blacks only haka. The haka that is reserved for, grudge matches, for big matches, for must-win games. To come into this game against Namibia to put on the Campo Pango, I thought that was just, yeah, I don't know how that sits with me. Let me know if you're an All Black fan, how that sits with you, because it really demeans the intensity. It demeans the whole special haka is no longer special, right? It really, if you're just using it for against Namibia just because you lost to France the week before, and yeah, that was a very big surprise to me to see that, and really, it kind of begs the question: where is the head at for the All Blacks? If you're going to against Namibia, you felt so insecure and threatened, you have to put on the must-win haka to show the fans, to show supporters that you are determined to win this match. It's really just, I don't know. I think the head of the player's not in the right spot. That haka is for show. It's to show their fans that they're taking the game seriously. To show their fans, they're gonna bounce back from a win against France. But is this the place where you're gonna show it against Namibia, a team that literally had no chance of beating you, to put on a show, so to speak? Almost like a politician, right? Putting on a show to show that their supporters that they're still, in the running, so to speak. And but yeah, I thought this was very bizarre by the All Blacks. So let's have a look at some of the match stats. There's not really much to talk about. 733 run minutes of the All Blacks. Oh yeah, not a big red flag from this game. I forgot. Massive penalty count against the All Blacks again against Namibia. Yeah. So we'll have a look at that in a second. 733 run meters to 217 against Namibia. 13 turnovers conceded for the All Blacks. 11 Namibia. Like, the All Blacks was completely outclassing Namibia when they did score those tries, but just way too many. Too many little errors. 13 turnovers conceded. Like, really, that should not have been anywhere near double digits when you're playing against Namibia. Tackles made, 11 missed tackles, 67 tackles made. Namibia, a lot of tackles, missed tackles, 43 missed tackles, 113. Truly outclassed. Kicking game was okay. Damien McKenzie missed 3 kicks. It was raining, so there was I think there was a couple of kicks that was probably affected by the rain, but overall was decent enough from D-Mac. The lineouts was quite good for the All Blacks. The set piece was, I thought, could have been tidier, but I guess it was something that they were aiming to improve on, and they worked on that, which is good. Namibia lost 5 of the lineouts due to their own errors and the All Black pressure. Scrum was I thought was good for the All Blacks. Pretty much dominant for the entire game. There was a little bit of error. The referee did lose one scrum due to a bit of their own personal errors. But the most concerning thing for the All Blacks, once again, is the penalty count. 12 penalties against Namibia, 7. Believe it or not, you think that it would be the other way around, right? The team that scored 11 tries will be the team that's conceding 7 penalties. Instead, it's the other way around. All Blacks are the one that's getting away 12 penalties. Especially, when you're playing a game where there's not so much pressure, essentially, in any aspect of the game. It's not like Namibia is able to get rolling more going, and you're gonna have to give away penalties to try to stop that. Or like there's a lot of pressure at the breakdown, so to speak. Or if there's a lot of scrambling defense from Namibia's line breaks, none of that, right? There's none of that high pressure situations that leading into penalties occurring. All Blacks just giving away 12 penalties in pretty much just general play. Yeah, this is a big issue that Ian Foster probably needs to really have a look at with his team, and got to get this under 10 if you wanted to get anywhere through the quarterfinals. And yeah, especially knowing that you're going to be facing against Ireland, who's going to be a high pressure, fast tempo team. If you give it 12 penalties without the fast tempo pressure, how many penalties are going to be looking at against Ireland? And also, if you're not playing against Ireland, if you're playing against the Springboks, missing Ethan de Groot, you're already missing Tyrell Lomax. Missing Ethan de Groot is just another nail in the coffin for the scrummaging against the Springboks, right? So yeah, really terrible outcome for the All Blacks this game, and I think I don't know. I think no matter what happens, Ian Foster will have to appeal for this and try to get a good lawyer to set Ethan de Groot free to play, because without Ethan de Groot, whichever team they come up against, whether it be South Africa uh or Ireland, they're not gonna go well in the set piece. It's gonna be an absolute disaster for the All Blacks. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I don't know what else to say. There's pretty much, this 11 tries. Go watch the highlights. Cam Roygaard was very good this game. He probably could score more than 2 tries. He was very generous in in his offloads, and the team just pretty much hammered Namibia with superior athleticism and cohesion and talent, I think. Not much else to say. Go watch the replay for that. There was only one penalty that was kicked from Namibia early in the game. They did try very hard to score a try in the second half, but obviously the All Blacks defense was just a little bit too good. Yeah, not quite as many as the 12 tries that that Ireland scored against Romania, but still quite a good effort from the All Blacks. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for supporting me, especially the guys that support me financially. And have a good one. I'll see you guys, later this week, maybe tomorrow, for more reviews. Looking forward to the Wallabies versus Fijian game. And thanks for watching. See you later.